Mike, turn your games down.
Time for episode 344 of Games My Mom Found. I am Mike Albertin, and who's punching bad guys with me tonight?
Certainly sleeping with the dogs. Hi, I'm Dominic. How's it going?
And hey, this is Joe, and I'm totally not an undercover cop. I'm totally one of you guys. So let's talk about all our crimes we've never done.
Why am I back in town? Don't worry about it.
We need to talk about Sleeping Dogs, developed by United Front Games, published by Square, and came out in 2012. Over 10 years ago. And
one of the most interesting stories of game development in that era.
Yeah, because it was canceled and then wasn't.
Yeah. Well, United Front was developing it. Activision came in and were like, hey, we want that to be the new true crime. And then they said, never mind. And then Square Enix was like, hey, we'll do that. We'll publish that. And then they said it failed, even though it sold millions of copies, because they had insane expectations for Western developed games to sell millions and millions and millions of copies.
Square Enix with unrealistic goals? No, it doesn't sound like them.
Yeah, it sold like 1.5 million copies pretty quickly, too, I think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, what do you expect? Like, you didn't even pay the entire development for this game because you bought it off somebody else.
Yeah, you had like a year, maybe two at most, to like get it done. I have to look at the actual date, but
they had to pay for the marketing. Oh, poor company. Because from the sound of it, most of the development was already done. They just had to pay for the marketing and then buying it from.
So it looks like they took about another year after Square Enix picked it up to put it out. So like a year. Most games take 3 or 4 at that time.
Yeah, Square Enix is dumb. I mean, they cut off because it was this Hitman and Tomb Raider, and they cut Hitman and this off and stuck with Tomb Raider because all 3 failed to them in quotation that you can't see.
And Deus Ex, don't forget that.
Oh yeah, I forgot they owned that series and then dropped it into the water.
I think IO owns that now. Who knows?
No, isn't it Embracer?
Maybe the IO's independent now.
Yeah.
Oh, then there was Square Enix Montreal. Then that became part of Embracer. That's all messy.
Yeah, and then Amazon is doing something with Tomb Raider now, so I don't know.
And then Crystal Dynamics was working on that. They were also working on the Perfect Dark reboot that got canceled.
Oh yeah, that officially got canceled. I mean, speaking of canceled games, this was supposed to have a sequel that we're never getting, so hey.
Well, and then they got like a spinoff that got canceled very quickly.
Yeah, Triad Wars.
Yeah, they didn't even get released.
It was like one of those betas you could access for like a couple weeks or something like that.
Yeah, it had a beta, but it never actually got completely released.
Right.
Never made it out of beta.
Love to hear about the people that played it.
Can't now.
Well, it was in a beta. Like, someone's played it out there.
Oh yeah, there were tons. Yeah, I'm sure I could find people if I looked. Someone must have played it. There are people out there who play betas. I don't touch demos. I don't touch betas. Zero interest in any of that stuff. But some people like them, so I'm sure there are people out there who played it.
Occasionally,
so I always like to start these with our memories. So I played this game back in probably 2014. I would have bought it off a GameFly sale, under $20, knowing me. And I remember liking it. I even bought all the DLC for it, because I do remember playing all the DLC for achievements, and I remember having a good time. And it's been on my mind to replay it for a while, and it just so happened that here it is on the schedule. Because it's easy to get. It's on Steam. It's on multiple sales. I got it sometime dirt cheap. And I'm like, I own it again. Let's play it again. That's my history with it. What about you, Dominic?
I played it back in 2017 after I finished college. It's one of those games I got in those first few months after when I was trying to figure out what is my life going to be like. And I played it, had a really good time. I remember I played that and Kingdoms of Amalur not long after. And I enjoyed both of those.
Oh, that's a good game also. And Joe?
So this is actually my first time playing this game.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's been in my backlog for quite a while. Always, looked at it, thought about playing it, but just never pulled the trigger. And you said you wanted to review it. I'm like, now seems like a good time as any.
I did not play the DLC until now. I'll say that.
Okay. Sometimes that's what you need. I mean, you just need that reason to do something. I mean, that's partly why the show exists, to get yourself to play games you're interested in, but you just don't choose on the pile for one reason or another.
Yeah.
So I do that quite often. I mean, unfortunately, there are a lot of replays on this podcast, too, but I try to put stuff in that, this would be fun to try.
It's a lot easier to have someone else make decisions for you sometimes.
It is. That's why I have Discord.
I guess I need to play Piano 3. I guess I'll play that then.
Yeah, it's interesting when I write up the schedules every time. I'm like, will people actually say yes to play this game with me? I don't know. Let's find out. Only been one game where like nobody was. I got lucky and found a volunteer, and that was Fire Emblem Warriors. Nobody was jumping on board for that one. I understand. It's an okay game.
Yeah, very lucky.
I was. I found a random guy to join me for that one episode, and he's still in the Discord, but he hasn't been on the show since. He was also named Joe.
Well, I mean, as long as it worked out okay, that's what matters.
And it was a good game that I randomly bought at Best Buy. But that's not what we're here to talk about. Sleeping Dogs, I played it back then, but I didn't appreciate it like I did now. Playing through this game this week ago, like I really, really appreciated what this game is, how it's trying to mimic a certain style of movies that I haven't seen many of, but like I'm more aware of that style now than I was in 2014, let's say. And I really did appreciate it more.
Yeah, like genre of movies, but also just kind of like it's a game that's kind of shaped by the trends of the time.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Like, obviously GTA is an obvious comparison point. Activision was trying to make it a true crime game after all. So it feels like of that era, but it also doesn't feel like a bunch of the other games of that era at the same time. Like Assassin's Creed was big at this time. It doesn't really feel like that.
No, it doesn't.
And I think tonally, it being so different from GTA really, really helps it too.
I mean, and it also fits the fact that it's in Hong Kong, you don't have a lot of guns. And I'm assuming in other countries, you can't just go buy guns as easy as you can here.
Oh, you can't buy a gun at all in China.
Oh,
yeah,
okay then.
Only law enforcement can carry guns. They have ridiculously strict laws about that.
As much as I agree and disagree, I know why they have that.
Yeah.
So, which is not exactly a good thing, but...
Okay. Just a funny note, the laws are so strict, there was actually a movie released around this time called The One Gun in China, where it's about this guy who just happens to find a single gun in all of China.
Wow.
Can you imagine if America was like that? Everyone just didn't have a gun for no reason.
That sounds nice.
It does. I mean, it's a lot harder, a lot more personal. That you are going to why I brought that up is that, this game really works in that style of lots and lots of hand-to-hand combat, lots of just not gunfight. And the gunfights are later in the game, and like they're very much like this is a gunfight, and then it just, I like the feel of it. I appreciate the game with mostly hand-to-hand combat or with weapons, like cleavers and pipes or whatever the hell you pick up, like just random stuff like that. And I like that more, actually.
Yeah.
Or your car.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I like the combat because it feels very brutal. Like because when you do damage, you actually see people like they take damage, they start bleeding, they start limping. Like if they're wearing sunglasses, it gets knocks off of them, and you just really feel the impact of each punch too. Because some of these combo moves you get are absolutely brutal.
And like it's also not the easiest thing in the world. It's kind of difficult, and so doing like the melee club things are actually challenging and fun. Like, okay, how do I fucking deal with all these wings of hordes of people coming at me? What I have at my disposal.
Well, if you're trying to do a drug bust, one of the like when you do those stupid drug busts all over the place, optional things. One trick to do it is you just run them over with your car constantly and don't get out of the car.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
I thought I beat a.
There was a parking lot one where I did that. That was great.
They will pull you out of the car though if you let them. I found out, and then you can't get back in the car until they're all dead. But the fact that this game relies so heavily on hand-to-hand combat, I mean, I think makes this game really special. And the fact that it's Hong Kong, it's not America like Grand Theft Auto's.
And like the surveillance aspect too.
Yeah, because you're technically a cop. I mean,
yeah.
Which, has its own moral quandaries, of course.
Well, there's at one point where they're like, we know people are a cop because they don't murder people. We need to see you murder someone. And I want to be like, buddy, I have killed hundreds of people at this point. I have run over pedestrians with you in the car by accident. I think I think it's okay. I've killed people many times at this point. Like, so many people in this game at that point.
Yeah, I like how. Yeah, it's just no repercussions at all.
No.
Just like those missed notes in karaoke. It doesn't count if you did okay in the end.
Yeah, that's nice too. Or there's one quest where you actually have to do it wrong so the girl will like him instead of you.
Oh,
I failed that the first time because I did it perfectly, and then he's like, "Why'd you do that?" And then it's like you're supposed to fail. I'm like, and then I just did all the wrong notes.
Also weird that something I think I knew the first time, I didn't really pick up on this time, was the whole aspect of like calling people. Because like the game makes you call people, but usually when the game is making you do it, there's only like one person you can call. So silly me, I forgot that like certain missions only open when you call people.
But unfortunately, only one. You only get to like go out on the dates with the girls one time. Each of them have like one mission. So Tiffany has like 3 where you follow her and she's cheating. I'm like, why the fuck do you care? Like, you got how many?
Those were kind of story based though. There was an element that told you to call her.
Oh, I don't think it. They seem like side missions though.
Kind of, but there was. Well, I'm like, but the Amanda one, there's nothing there.
So I have a question. Why the fuck did they hire Emma Stone to do that part for one mission? What the fuck?
That's all they had her for a day, is what I'm guessing.
That's gotta be like she knew somebody or someone knew her, and they're like, "Hey, we can get Emma Stone in for like a day or two. Is there any role that she can play?"
I mean, I just hope they didn't pay a lot of money for that.
It was probably Activision's money at that point.
Oh yeah, because she was probably
sure.
from the old. Yeah, I mean that just seems like a waste though. Like I'm also not a big fan of. Well, I guess maybe likeness is the one where things get muddy in the water.
Yeah,
You have a likeness and then you can't re-release your game.
Capcom knows all about that.
Oh, they know way too well.
who was in the Amazing Spider-Man game? Okay, Activision
Spider-Man.
published the Amazing Spider-Man. Was Emma Stone also in that?
I think so.
I think so,
Maybe there was some kind of like something there.
Oh, and you're already here for that. Just record this.
Maybe.
That's fair. I mean, Activision. I mean, I don't know the years, but that can make sense.
Did they
It was
advertise
2012,
her
right?
in this?
I hope not.
I remember Emma Stone being like a big deal in terms of like they got Emma Stone, but like they have a number of other like high up there actors, so like it's not like one time only.
Yeah,
No,
the
most
guy
of the
who played,
women were.
Well, you know, Wei Shen is William Lee. That's pretty cool off the bat.
Mhm.
He's been in like Die Another Day, Elektra. He's at his own. He was in The Good Doctor. If anyone ever saw that weird show.
Mm-hmm. I just know the one guy was Liu Kang from the old Mortal Kombat movies, Robin Shu.
James Hong. He's a legendary actor.
Oh, yeah.
He's been in every-
I forgot.
Yeah.
I wanted to mention that. Thank you. I was like, I recognize that voice.
Obviously, Big Trouble in Little China and Blade Runner, but also Everything Everywhere All at Once. So has a huge range for sure.
Yeah, it made me happy to hear his voice. Big Trouble in
Lucy
Little China is
Liu.
the one for me. Who was Lucy Liu?
The rich lady, the socialite.
Oh, okay. She actually had some purpose.
Yes.
Okay, I'm okay with that, but Emma Stone just seems ridiculous because she's in 2 missions.
Yes.
One optional, one story mission just to introduce you to the gym.
Yes.
Yes.
It's very silly.
Like, I would have happily had more of her in this game too. I was like, I would have liked more girlfriend missions, but
Maybe
they're
that
like,
was
oh, you
planned.
get one, you unlock, you can now do this one thing. Cool, and I'm like, but I want more. Can I have
It's
some
entirely
more, please?
possible that was like planned to be more of a thing, and then it had to be cut because of the weird nature of development.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or maybe
It
the
could
stuff
be,
just didn't
like-
work out.
It could
or
be like
whatever
5
was-
more missions of Emma Stone that we'll never hear.
I mean, it just feels weird to have her have a big actress in this, and then really like, why not just get some other voice actor that doesn't come with the giant price tag of a movie star?
You're
Oh.
very, very, very fair.
I mean, but again, corporations don't always know how to spend their money very well. So, we've learned that many times. But no, to go to your earlier point, Joe, the combat does feel so fucking brutal, and like the environmental kills you can do in this game are just
Oh, I love that. Sort of the
Some
dude
are-
to the fan blade. Oh, yeah.
Oh god. I mean, there are some where I'm just like, and you question, and when the game's like, you didn't murder anybody, I'm like, really? Did you not see what I've done to people with you around? Like, fucking thrown
Sure,
people on
but-
swordfish and threw people into electric
Oh, God.
eels, and I love
The
these.
The
Buzzsaw.
environmental kills are really cool.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Kind of that Punisher kind of effect.
Yeah, I think I need to
Like-
play that game next year.
Like
Yeah,
it's way
game's
more
great.
brutal than this, but also it's just that thing, and like everyone that knows games know that it came from fucking Punisher.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I would try to get them every time I could. If there are any environmental murders in the level, that's what was happening, period. There was
Oh,
no
yeah.
question that they were going in that
Yeah.
environmental.
Sometimes you just gotta grab the guy and just walk around and see what you could do.
Oh, every time I did.
Mm,
Just kind of like, no, shut the fuck up. Just,
And I put
just stay in my captivity.
So I can put you in the freaking, like, there's one you put them in the car and you drop the engine on them. Like, oh, that would,
Yeah.
so many
Or just
brutal
bash him with the
murders.
car door. Oh, man.
Smash
like
them into
that.
like the utility boxes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Or just beat him with
Speakers.
put him in the phone booth.
I like that one. You just kick them and that's the end of it.
Sometimes just throwing them off the railing is fun too.
Yeah, that's how I got, there was one fight, because some of the I was doing a bunch of the drug bust early on, and when I realized I don't care about these anymore, and those were some of the hard. There was one where it was on a railing. I just kept throwing everybody off the railing. No, there was not a drug bust. It was a fighting tournament that I did, and it was right by a railing. So I just threw every guy off the railing.
Hell
Won.
yeah.
I was like, so Dominic, you know me in open world games. Like you've done a few with me at this point.
Yes.
I got a little into this game, and I did almost every side mission to a point until there were like 2 left out in the open somewhere in the waters. I'm like, I need to mess up, but I was doing thing.
I did everything too, pretty much, except for calling people. It's not. It's the funny thing about open world games is that it's not that long. All said.
Well, that's probably because
it feels open. It feels big. And there's a ton to do. It has more to do than like LA Noire, for example, another game I love. But all told,
that game does not have a lot.
We're only spending like 20 hours with this.
But that was enough.
Oh yeah, it's enough. But like that's like the funny thing, right? Is that like for all this stuff you have to do, all these options, all these things, it's still shorter than like a lot of RPGs. And
I think that's also what I appreciated because I like a good short game.
But like I remember just at this time, it was such a point that people were pushing. Like it's got to be open world. It's got to be worth my investment. It's got to be worth my time. It's like okay, so instead of like a nice tight Call of Duty campaign, you're gonna think that a game like this that's 20 hours is automatically better because it has an open world. I don't see the difference.
It's an illusion of time and taste, I think, when it comes down to
like
that.
If it was 100 hours, sure, I would understand that more.
Yeah, this game was not, and I'm happy that it was 20 hours. I'm happy that
I am too. I don't mean to be dismissive of it. Like I enjoy that it was what it was, and like it did not feel any longer or shorter than it needed to be. Like the story wraps up nicely, and it keeps you going along the way. The DLC stuff is nice little side things that if you want more, it's more. And if anything, like the last DLC kind of like teases you with like really cool things that you could do if there was a sequel, but there isn't.
Yeah, I'm still upset about that. Like many people, that there is no sequel to this game. I'm sure a lot of people are upset that we never got that sequel that we were hoping for.
I mean, the developer closed down and everything too. Like,
they're gone.
They had been able to live.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a part of me that wanted to get into that industry, and now I'm like, I'm glad I never did. I'm very happy I never ended up in that industry.
Much as I love it in the future.
I mean, if I was in need of a job and they're like, hey, do you want to do marketing? I'd be like, but yeah, I just don't. It's just one of those things where I'm like, man, those companies just go out of business so much.
They do, because all the CEOs don't know what they're doing.
Takes one bad game and done.
Yeah, and this wasn't even a bad game.
Well, it was. It's just
the bad game doesn't even matter. Like if they have the money and they have the contract, it works out. Like how many bad games does Game Mill have to put out?
Oh God.
Yeah, there's a few of those things that just like they just crank out garbage and they're there. They stick around. So yeah, it doesn't even matter if you make really good or bad games. It just a lot of it, I feel like luck too with the right companies take an interest in you.
Like what skill sets you have, like how well you could put out games, like how well you work as a team. I imagine all of that. Yeah.
I mean, this game 5 years. Now that's like normal, but I feel like that wasn't as normal when this came out in 2014, 2013.
It wasn't. Like there were some
2012,
some exceptions, but still.
Grand Theft Auto 4.
And this was going on the same time that The Last Guardian was in development, but that was like 8 years or something weird like that.
My God, I forget that game exists.
Yeah.
Because nobody talks about it anymore. I've never played it. It's not on PC for me to play it, and I just forget about it.
I'm sure that would be a game that would benefit from getting like a PS5 and PC re-release.
Was it PS3 or PS4?
PS4.
Yes.
Okay.
Or, yeah.
I just forget about it. But I also never even really played much of that. Never played Ico, not for more than like 10 minutes, and I just 14. But that's just that stuff doesn't interest me as much. But with Sleeping Dogs, like the story is so damn good too. Like being the undercover cop, being in Hong Kong, and just the way things traverse as the game goes on, and like how he gets. I mean, he becomes a triad. He doesn't want to be pulled out. He's like, no, these are my boys.
One of the top lieutenants by the end of the game.
I like that. I mean, I was reading some reviews or one of the videos I watched, like, oh yeah, this game had, some people said the game's repetitive. I'm like, this is as repetitive as any game from the time in open world. Like, it's fine.
As repetitive as you want it to be.
But it didn't, like the missions, but the missions aren't even that repetitive. Like, oh, the missions are repetitive. I'm like, it was like any other open world game. I played a lot. This was more fun than majority of them.
You can string along those drug busts as long as you want to.
Or skip them all together, like I did at a point. There's no point doing them. Okay, I do have a question for you guys. What is the point of hacking all the cameras? Because like when you date not ping, you get the camera as an option. I didn't know what the point was.
Well,
I
are you talking about
thought
for
it
the
was
drug
just kind
bust
of
or
for
separate from
yeah,
that?
I thought it was just the drug bust. Really, was the purpose.
Yeah. So you hack the camera that gives you the it lets you see the lay of the land. It lets you see the drug bust happen, and then when you're in the camera, you then finger the guy that has the drugs. The
But I
police
thought
come
there
and arrest
were
him.
options to do more than that too. Like there were cameras that weren't even near drug busts.
Yeah, I guess there were some.
And I was just wondering if there was any like actual point that I just didn't bother to figure out or care.
That's a good question. I don't know.
Because
Yeah, I don't know.
unlock all the camera locations because each date gives you a different thing that you can see in your map. Dating Emma Stone's character, I forgot her name.
Amanda.
She
Yeah.
gives you the health shrines, which I actually got every single health
I did
shrine
not
in
do
this
that.
Yeah.
There a couple are there's one out and you had to take a freaking boat and sail around for a good chunk of time to get to it because it's not accessible by land. That was
Is
the
the
last
one at the
I got.
gambling den?
I think so.
On the
Oh
North
yeah.
Sea.
Oh, that was that was a good mission.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, these missions were not bad. They were good open world missions. I mean, there were even the random cop jobs. I mean, okay, those were repetitive. I will give it that. But they were also fine. Like you don't have to do them. They're just there if you want to do them.
Good amount of surprises too. Like in the gambling den, realizing you could go out in the water, like go to this other place, or dealing with that one guy and like the tracking device.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit.
I did a lot of his missions. I did a lot of the side missions. I didn't finish his, but I did a bunch of them. When I got near the end of the game, and I get in that mood where I just want to finish the game.
Yeah, no, that's how I feel sometimes about games like the final boss, where it's like, do I actually want this to be hard? Sometimes yes, sometimes no.
Never, for me personally.
Like, there's a
also
certain satisfaction in like finishing the game and like delivering the beatdown, but also sometimes it's like, I just want to be done, man.
I'm always like that. Even before this podcast, I was always it's just who I am as a gamer, that I've always been big about. I just want to beat games and play them and experience them and then move on. But that's always been me. This isn't a new thing.
I feel like I've come into this more and more. It's like I just enjoy consuming them like books.
Yeah. And that's how I look at it now. I mean, I don't go for, at one point I went for achievements, so I would do some harder things. Now I put it on the easy difficult, have a good time, and move on. That's my thing.
And sometimes you mop up things at the end, just like sometimes you'll read the bibliography, and sometimes you don't.
I mean, in this game, I was thrilled to do a lot of the side missions, and I did all the jade statues. I did all the hell shrines. Man, there was some. Once you finished all the jade statues, something would come up with Amanda again. Nothing. I was like, man, why? She was connected to that. Like, she should have been involved in it somehow.
She should have, but it's also it's kind of interesting too, like how much. Like, how do I put this? Like, nothing really exists in the same time period, and it also all exists in the same time period, if you know what I mean. Like
people aren't hunting you down that should be.
Like, you can kind of just do everything whenever, and so therefore nothing matters.
I mean, it's a normal open world game, though, for the most part.
Yeah, but I feel like a lot of open world games have some kind of, like, secret linear progression to them. Like, a lot of Assassin's Creed
where the world changes.
Have, like, world-changing events, the world opens up more. There's a sense that the things do matter, and here it's kind of like, well...
Okay, not a lot, I feel like, have big events that change the game, like Spider-Man Web of Shadows, for example. I don't think most open world games don't do that because people don't really like it, because then it takes away you being able to have fun with the open world for a good chunk of the game.
But, like, how long can you, like, put off the Jade statue? Like, or even accessing that first mission?
A while. You could.
Like, can you
get to the Jade statues? Not turn them in.
Can you get to the end of the game and then trigger the Amanda thing?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But no, not the first one. I think the first one's a main mission.
Oh, is it a main mission? Okay.
Right, Joe?
Yeah, I think it is a main mission, yeah.
But the rest are
outside. Yeah.
Because there are some things it just kind of puts on the map for you, and then a lot of times it'll be like, yeah, you can go to bed if you want.
Well, a couple times you have to go to bed to reset the next mission.
Right.
Yeah.
That was a weird thing, though. Sometimes it would tell me to go to bed, and I would go to bed, but it felt like things weren't done, or things weren't properly finished the way they should be.
Most stuff doesn't go away, because you have the green shields, which are your main missions, and you have the blue files, which are your main missions. I feel like the last police mission is optional, the last case, but I could be wrong.
It's like, why are you telling me to go to bed when we're, like, right in the middle of doing something?
Because it wants you to reset one of your other missions, is why.
Which is like the thing that drove me a little crazy. It's like, it's the middle of the day. I could be doing this other thing. Why am I going to bed?
This game doesn't have a day-night cycle, though. Not really.
It doesn't.
Not one that like you actually have to pay attention to or even notice.
Right.
Or where you can sleep for a certain amount of time.
I guess all of that gives it also kind of an ephemeral quality too. Just kind of like it's all kind of what you want it to be, and it's kind of like hazy and dreamy in a way, because it's like your choice, man. Do the police stuff, don't do the police stuff. It's all up to you.
I mean, when it comes to the case missions, if you don't do them and you do all the triad missions, it will lock you out to a certain point. You do the case and then unlock more.
Oh, fair enough. See, I just did everything.
There are things
naturally,
it doesn't show you that unless you focus on one then the other. That's when you'll notice it.
Fair enough.
I experimented a little bit and found that out.
I just kind of wish some of it was very just like, okay, you've done these, so now you can do these. But there's just that mechanic of going to bed that kind of just sticks a fork in everything.
But it's only a few times you have to go to bed. It's not very often. It's usually when they want a day to pass because of the event in the game. They want it to be at least some time versus you just went out to do it.
Sure.
I was also thinking about how much police information is on his phone. What the fuck would happen if someone took that phone?
All those profiles.
I mean, like, I was like, you're not going to be all right. Like, if they look at your phone, like, they're going to realize within seconds that you are a cop. Seconds.
Yes.
So I wasn't the only one that thought that then?
No.
Okay, good. Because that's where my brain went multiple times in this. I'm like, you shouldn't have a phone that says Hong Kong police on it and has all this information on your phone, because there's a very good chance that gangsters are going to look at your phone at one point or another.
Well, heck, at the end of the game, they're like, oh yeah, we always knew you were a cop.
It's like, why do we go through all this?
I don't think everybody knew. I think a couple characters knew and didn't say anything because you were doing what they wanted anyway.
Right.
Aunt
Right.
Jean, whatever her name was, she knew, but at the same time, she's using you to kill for the heads of the other heads of the triad.
Right.
So
And the end of the game
she can
is
take
kind of just like very much about like, should we go after him? And she's like, nah, leave him alone.
That was for the next game I'm expecting. I expect it would have been in there.
Well, the next game they were talking about it being like two protagonists, and you're working with the lady that was the cop person you were working with in this game, and she was like going to be in like a companion app or something like that.
Yeah, on your phone.
Yeah.
Remember when that was a thing in the 2000s? When they were trying to make companion app games and stuff?
Didn't Dead Rising 3 have something like that?
Crackdown 2 definitely did.
God, Crackdown 2.
And then Destiny was like the end-all be-all of all of that.
I don't think I've ever played a game where I used my phone in a mobile app with it.
Get ready. Kojima's about to try to make you do it soon.
With OD.
Yeah.
What?
I'm very curious to see what that ends up being.
Oh, a new game that he's making at some point?
With Microsoft, yeah.
Oh. By the time I get to it, who knows if that part will still be...
They've been talking about it for years already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it was a Google project at one point.
Okay.
I'm very curious to see. It's a game he's always wanted to make.
Kojima's strange. So, yeah. The driving game also felt really good. I mean, there's a good variety of cars. Stealing the cars, I felt, was kind of accurate because you have to break the windows.
I love that you could just wake up in whatever apartment you were in and just go to like the parking attendant and get a car.
That was nice.
I love the lines you would say, like, I wish I could live your life even for a day.
I also like that you get different apartments and like different living situations throughout.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That was a nice touch. And that was kind of one way for me to judge, because I actually didn't look up a walkthrough in this game to know how far I was or anything. I tried to play it mostly blind. I mean, I beat this game once before, so I knew where the story was headed to a degree. I didn't remember a lot of it. Like, I didn't remember the Red Wedding. I didn't remember the funeral. None of that was in my brain still.
I remember the funeral for just how brutal the shootout was.
Man, the shootouts. This actually made them because I know this game's compared a lot to GTA 4 because, well, the fucking developers, or not but the corporation was like, no, you gotta be like GTA 4. And I have never actually played GTA 4, but I played this twice. So I feel like it's gotta say something right there.
It made those sequences feel really important because they were. Like, for what little change and doesn't change, certain things did change story-wise because of the wedding and the funeral.
Yes, but the open world didn't change, which, to your point, I just want to bring up one last thing with that. I like it when the open worlds don't change because I get upset when the world changes, like Spider-Man, Insomniac Spider-Man. The open world changes in that last act, so if you want to do side stuff, you have to wait. And then once I beat a game, I'm done doing side stuff. That's just me.
That's fair.
Once credits roll, game's done. I don't care. Game's done. I have that problem.
I sometimes have that problem too. Sometimes I can still go back, but I really have to like it. But with this, I feel like enough was changed, or at least they told me it was changed because it was a story thing. Like, oh, so and so's in the hospital and all that stuff. So there was some consequence from the wedding going as badly as it went, other than just like, oh, it was a mission and things went bad and on to the next mission. Like, shit got serious.
No, you are right. But at least it didn't, like, change the world, is what I'm trying to say.
Right. But like, I just saying, like, I think the way they handled it was, like, the best scenario for that stuff, where it doesn't change anything really for you. It changes the context for the character you're playing.
Yes.
There's a lot of just, like, really great missions and sequences that all kind of have that stuff. Like, when you have to break into the pop star's house, the lady that you're kind of carting around and, like, showing the city
I like
off
that
to.
one, yes.
Oh yeah.
So, that brings up a question I have for you, Joe. See if you were smart, unlike me. Did you try to go get jade statues that you weren't allowed to get yet?
Yes.
Okay, so we both did it then. Because I tried to get in her apartment, because I went and saw it on the map, ran the whole way around, and I went, oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I tried, like, I
Learned my
climbed
lesson.
up there and everything, kept, like, smacking the window, seeing if I could break it.
See?
Yeah.
Okay, it wasn't just me. I learned after that when I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to leave these alone until the game takes me there, because all the jade statues are associated with a story mission, just about.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like the one guy's house you break into and just kind of move things a little bit.
I like that feng shui one where you're like, we're just going to break some pots and we're going to move this over here. We're just going to fuck with them.
And take his statue.
Kuchins. He was a bastard too.
Yeah.
I mean, a bunch of the triads were bad, so I mean that's fair for triads. So I have a random question. What was everyone's first experience with the name triads? For me, it's still GTA 3, The Gang in Blue. That was my first time I ever heard the word triad.
Oh man, I couldn't even.
I know it's a deep cut. I've always associated triad with that game until I got older.
I feel like there was probably some cop show my parents were watching where they talked about the triads a lot.
Okay.
Probably some martial arts movie I've watched at some point, because there's just usually a pretty standard enemy in those.
It's just one of those random things that whenever it's ingrained in my brain. When I hear triad, I think of a blue jumpsuit and a fish factory. I really want to play GTA 3 again, even though I know it ain't going to be good.
I guess you put it on the show for next year.
I thought about it a few times, but then I got to replay it, and I don't know if I want to suffer yet. So even though I want to, but it's like, do I want? It would do good, though. I can almost guarantee it would do good.
I
don't do games based on
edition version. You need to go with the original version.
I do the PS2 so I can cheat.
Exactly.
You know me. If I can use save states, I'm going to do save states.
I'm sure there's cheatable stuff in the new versions as well.
I'm sure there's save states can really help you manipulate a game in ways that you don't always understand, because you can really I have manipulated almost not frame data, but pretty damn close sometimes with save states, so really test it to test different things. I'm a very big fan of that. Yeah, I mean, the missions I felt good. The game also, the story kept me interested. I wanted to see where the twists and turns took it. And I like it how, first you're fighting Dog Eyes in that gang, then eventually you're fighting 18K, and the game kind of changes a little bit. And, the game also never had too many shootouts. It always found a way to go back to its martial arts route. And I really appreciate that.
It goes to the mission variety, because you aren't just always setting up for the next big shootout.
I mean, there's so much hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah, and a lot of the big set pieces we're talking about aren't even fighting sequences. They're sneaking sequences, or they're breaking in sequences.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about it yet, but with the gym, as you get the jade statues, you unlock more and more fighting abilities. So you get different combos, which do make him a lot better. You can make him a pretty good fighter too, with just what the game offers.
Oh yeah,
the same time disarming is always fun too.
The disarm was good, Joe. I used it once I got it later on. I was disarming every fucker with a weapon So this game also had a couple yellow exclamation mark missions that are side missions, but there was one called melee something where you're poisoned and everyone has a knife, but you. I couldn't do it. I didn't finish it, and I finally said fuck it and walked away.
You gotta wear the armor that reduces damage by 50%.
I don't think I ever saw this armor.
Is that at the end of the game, or
no?
There's a mission you can unlock at the end of the game that just throws guys at you forever, basically.
I missed that one, but no, the knife one that's open pretty fairly early. I think it's just kind of always there on the map for you to go.
Surely,
yeah. I think you got to do one of the side cop missions, and you get the SWAT suit that reduces.
Oh, I might have had it. But you see, I don't play fashion in any games. So, I picked my outfit and I left it, and I didn't even look to see because I'm why would I wear a cop outfit? I'm a freaking undercover. I didn't even think to look at them.
I'm very similar with the fashion, but like the fashion is actually kind of a key gameplay element in this one, but they can give you some serious stat boost. And like some of them, like
Oops.
they have some fun costumes there. Like you can play as Agent 47 from Hitman, and you actually get his guns in the game, so that's kind of cool. And then other ones increase your physical damage or make you faster. So like you kind of do want to mess around with the fashion in this game.
I didn't do anything with the fashion. I wore a
role-playing.
pair of jeans and a coat I liked, and he never changed again.
I was role-playing fashion a little bit, just in the sense of like, I feel like this would be a time when I would change my clothes. Or, these look kind of grungy now. They look dirty. I should change them.
It's just not me in game. But I didn't really realize that they had that many different like upgrades in the game, because you can get your ass handed to you in this game, and I did.
Oh yeah.
And also, there is one moment where you have to change clothes.
Well, when the game made me, yeah, I did it then. But it's like I didn't go out of my way, even though I was in my house a few times. I also very seldom quit out of this game because I played it on Steam Deck. So I just put the Steam Deck to sleep. So I don't need to do like the whole like quit where I didn't realize like, I could just quit and go right back to my house, and it's faster than running all the way there sometimes.
Oh shit!
Didn't realize that.
I don't mind going back to home base. Like the lack of fast travel was interesting to go back to, but
there's some.
The world's not fun enough.
Taxis are fast.
Yeah, but there's like no designated button, and you can't call them for some reason. It's not like a taxi service come pick you up, even though you get the guy that drops off a motorcycle for you.
Ah!
It's very...
Yeah, there's a little bit now that you say that, but like never in the way you want it. Yeah,
Joe, you can change what vehicle he brings you, by the way.
Oh, really? I did not know that.
Yeah, I had him bring me a Class A car all the time, because when he brought me the motorcycle the first, just threw him off and went, oops, I feel bad now, because you drove this all the way here for me, I just threw you on the ground. But no, I changed it to my grade A car, and he would bring me. And if you're in a place he can't bring, he's like, I'm busy now, and hangs up on you. If you got that, at all. Okay. But I love how he's like, I'll be right there.
You'll do the races.
Oh, I love the races in this game.
I did a few
really hard.
Yeah,
the motorcycle ones get really tough.
Okay, the motorcycle ones are hard because you flip if you hit something.
Yeah, you can just like totally just trash yourself really quickly out of nowhere.
The car racing though, like. Good.
It is. I love how they give you a designated RAM button. This is I use that so much.
Yes. That is the nice thing is that they are a racing developer, so it made sense.
I like the racing. I even did a few, which is, if you guys know me, that is not me. I don't do stuff like that. And I was doing multiple races here and there. Because I bought like some of the most expensive cars and just went to town.
This came out in between Mod Nation Racers and Little Big Planet Karting.
Oh.
Which they both made, or they made both of.
That's cool.
Still, I didn't realize this studio made Disney Infinity 3.0.
I think they were like a support studio on that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, the Marvel Battlegrounds, I guess, specifically.
Oh, yeah, they were right. Your support studio, because Avalanche and Heavy Iron... Avalanche was the main one for that game. Never mind. I want to play that game.
Developer who work on the Disney games just close, pretty much.
Everybody.
I thought those games were like cursed for developers.
Oh yeah,
I think you're right though.
Like the story of the Pirates of the Caribbean game that was being made, tragic.
Yeah, that game had so much potential.
But I think Disney Infinity is being their future is a great example of like what happened to like Call of Duty and stuff, where it's like all these support studios just popped up and now exist.
Hey, at least it keeps people in business.
Yeah, and but there are also studios that like specialize in that too, like from the get go.
Yeah. I mean, hey, whatever pays the bills, I guess.
I mean, sure, but you wonder. I mean, I imagine it must feel not the best sometimes.
Yeah, because you're not getting to actually make anything new, or you're just kind of like a rage.
Yeah,
for lack of a better metaphor, because I like that metaphor.
Like you went from working on Sleeping Dogs to let's port Tomb Raider to PS4 and Xbox One. To then let's work on Disney Infinity.
I mean, it's not surprising, especially if you're an Activision. Ugh, that company got worse, didn't it? They got bought out.
Activision, yeah, Microsoft owns them.
Microsoft
they've gotten worse. I feel like.
Yeah, they got rid of Bobby Kotick. Oh man, now they're at the hands of Microsoft.
It's not like Square Enix is doing themselves any favors lately, either, though.
No. None. I feel like none of the video game companies are doing like Ubisoft saying dumb shit. Like none of the companies are doing very smartly. I feel like.
I would just say Capcom. The moment.
Well, Capcom has definitely had their stupid points in life too.
Oh, absolutely. But
I mean, they're not handling the Monster Hunter Wild stuff, I imagine, that well either, though.
Yeah, that game seems to just kind of disappear. But they got RE9 coming out, so that'll just make everyone forget about it. At least that's their plan.
Until they have their next series of canceled games that makes everyone upset.
Oh yeah.
Also,
When
never
we get the
understood
reporting
how
on the
you.
Phoenix Wright game that got canceled.
Oh, don't tease me. Don't tease me. I love that series. I
I
want
love
them to
that series,
bring it.
but they haven't made
Yeah,
one in
well,
like so long.
So when I do
I'm
finally do
hoping after
Phoenix
they
Wright,
just
I know who to contact.
Oh yes,
Two people
I
now.
hope. Yeah, but they just re-released all the old games and ported the ones that were never released. So I'm just hoping that's
Oh,
leading to something.
I bought all those. I'm so
So did, so did
happy
I.
that that
I just need them to re-release Phoenix Wright and Professor Layton, and then I'll have the whole series.
yep, that's
I
that's an interesting game for sure.
Oh,
But
Sleeping
Sleeping
Dogs.
Dogs.
Yes.
I think some other things I want to mention in here. I feel like we were talking earlier, like the highs and lows of the highs of the story. Like I also feel the ending wraps everything up really well, a little too well. Like where you find out that the cop that puts you undercover ends up ratting you out to where you almost get murdered, and then also was involved with the triads too and something to do. So he gets arrested somehow, and I want to be like, you murdered hundreds of people. You shouldn't be the guy involving the arrest of somebody else. But hey,
Well, that's the classic what they call ludonarrative dissonance, right? Where Nathan Drake technically can kill hundreds of people.
but Nathan Drake
Never
isn't a
happens.
cop, so
But also,
this is a
in a
cop.
game like Sleeping Dogs, you don't always have to kill everybody.
I mean, I did.
If you deduct all the people you ran over, like how are they going to dynamically tell? Oh, this guy ran over 100 extra people. I mean, again, that's like the problem of like open world games where it's like,
Yeah, no, that's fair.
these
It's
things
one
don't
of those,
actually matter.
one of those random things that I thought of when I was playing this. When there was like, but I mean, I do like it that he ends up turning you in, and like you have that whole stupid scene at the funeral where you yell at him, and he essentially lets murder happen to. He's like, the 18K guys are here, and you guys deserve what's gonna happen to you. I'm like, I think to myself, aren't guns super outlawed in this city? And you're just like, bye guys, have fun.
Police turning a blind eye at the crime. Shocker.
Yeah. Not that shocking. The stuff working with the other cop, Teng, I think I like all that. I like all the cases. I think I still wonder if that last case is optional because there's one that you do it for one of the girlfriends you have where her friend got abducted and then your strategy is to take her to the guy, like we were talking about the gambling den thing, and then follow until you lose the signal. And I'm like, that does not seem like a smart decision. Hey, let's take the civilian and put her in harm's way.
It's very risky.
Yes.
Talking about like immigration and like things like that. But it's also like one of the only reasons you have to go to the sewers at all. So I guess it makes sense we have to justify it for some reason.
Yeah, because you go there for a drug bust. I never did, but otherwise, I don't think you ever. That's the only mission that had yours.
There was a couple like those optional things in the sewers.
Oh, I didn't do. I also didn't do all the lock boxes because one of the girlfriends gives you access to see all the lock boxes. I was not going to mess with all those. There are way too many of those in this game.
Yes,
to bother.
So the shrine.
It felt like a lot, but for the benefit, I was surprised I did it. Again, that's not. I got really into this game. I also barely did the fast travel. I barely had a taxi take me. I just ran everywhere.
Absolutely. My favorite thing is to like drive on the highway and just out of the corner of my eye see a health shrine and be like, "Ooh, how do I get there?"
I mean, there was a lot of that. Some are hard. There were a couple that I had to do a lot of like climbing over things and up things, and it was a little like this is challenging.
Some of those drug busts do get really challenging. Like I remember there was one where it was like up a bunch of stairs. They were all kind of like corralled in this like raised platform of an area, and just like the cops then get involved, and then there was like a shootout with the cops and a shootout with the drug people.
Oh, jeez.
And like, well, I guess this isn't a drug bust. This is like another mission kind of like that, where it's like you're gonna get fucking killed if you just stay there and try to fight. So you have to like go away and like strategically like pick people off or let them kill each other until you can come back in and like take care of the rest. Like there's a fair amount of like strategy that you can like try and employ, which I do appreciate. Like the amount of times I tried to use my car as like a shield.
That can work.
Drive up some stairs, plant at the top, and just hope for the best.
I mean, I did my fair share of using the car as a weapon.
Yes, that works really well.
So, I mean, I had to a few times. I wouldn't have been able to survive. So.
I mean, if this is what
that's how I got through the game.
I never played the true crime games. I wonder if they're good.
Yeah,
I heard they're weird.
Yeah, they got like a cult following, I think. But yeah, I don't know too much about them.
I played the first one a long time ago, and I remember thinking it was dumb.
Fair enough.
But then again, it's because I was comparing it to GTA, and it wasn't GTA. I mean, this is really early, at that time. So there's that.
Yeah.
I mean, now I might appreciate it more for what it is, but I don't know for that time. I've never touched them again. No one's ever suggested I should.
Hey, There's a lot of games you could still play, a lot of games you've already played. You got to keep filling the list somehow.
Hey, this game also happened partly. The other Joe who wasn't able to episode, he played a part. He mentioned about it at one point, was talking about it, and that's also how it ended up on my radar to say, fuck it, let's do it. Sometimes little things like that will get me to play a game.
Oh, yeah.
Or anything else? The main game? And I do want to talk about the DLC next.
I just want to say on the main story, man, they do Johnny dirty in this game. Felt so bad for him by the end of this game.
They disembowel him.
Yeah.
Like, he's the kind of character where that's going to happen to, I feel like. Like, they kind of position him that way. Because he's like the loudmouth sidekick friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he didn't have to get disemboweled.
He didn't deserve it.
Yeah.
Especially because, like, you spend so much time trying to negotiate for him to get free, and they do arrest him.
Yeah. And it does seem like at the end they kind of tease you. It was like, yeah, I'm going to go with my girlfriend. We're going to start our own business. We're going to get out of this life. And then the next day, hanging up in the alleyway with his intestines hanging out. Yep.
Because they forced you to go to bed.
Yeah. Also, I mean, I know there's an animal that kills people like that too. Forget, I think it's cheetahs or jake. One of those will disembowel you if it caught you.
Oh, jeez.
Cody Laveau is on Off It On, big animal guy. We were talking about it for some reason. I think the Red Dead 2 episode actually came up. But yeah, I forget what big cat it is, but it will disembowel if you were to be hunted by it. So and eat you while it's disemboweling you. So yeah, you'll be alive. And I'm like, no, thank you. Too much like with zombies. If zombies became real, I've always said, nope, I'm checking out at a certain point. I ain't messing around with that.
I mean, fair.
I ain't staying. I do not want to be disemboweled. If I'm dead, I don't give a shit. Once I'm out, once there's nothing there, it doesn't matter. But nope, most likely Jackie was alive, cut open. So except Jackie's digital. So
yeah.
But still.
The way he calls you too is so like disturbing because it's just not how he sounds normally.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, man, I need to come talk to you. Meet me at this place, and then you show up there, and oops,
and you're ambushed.
Yeah.
And then you get tortured, and that's a pretty brutal scene too.
Oh yeah, that was.
And then it's like it also takes place in like a partially developed building.
I mean, that's probably the best place to hide bodies.
But like just like that thought, like the thought of doing that specifically is just really cool and inspired. Because like, how many games do that, right? Like, I feel like it'd be so much simpler to be like, we'll just take them to a random room and then a random building and blah 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 blah. No,
make a whole scene out of it.
Yeah, they had a whole vision for like the rain and like the unfinished nature of the building and how Hong Kong is changing and all that.
The only part I don't understand, I mean, it's game being game, but like you just got your foot drilled in. You shouldn't be able to do anything. I shouldn't be able to jump kick people. My foot has a hole in it.
I mean, yes.
But game got a game, so I get it. Now, I mean, I was like, okay, you're gonna give me like a gun now? Like I only can do gun combat for this rest of this mission because I don't have feet because my foot is done. They drill into his foot or his leg, and I'm like, you ain't kicking nobody anymore. You shouldn't be. But game got a game, so. But yeah, it made me laugh. But no, that was a brutal fucking scene, and when you finally kill that guy, it's well deserved.
Oh yeah,
I like that. And then there's 3 DLC that I want to talk about. And Joe, I want you to mention the one that I feel is probably your favorite and the best.
Yes, the first one. I'm trying to blank on what the title is, but it is
Zodiac Tournament.
Yes, the Zodiac Tournament, which is really just their version of Enter the Dragon, the Bruce Lee movie, and it hits all the beats. You go to the island, you meet the very shady master of the island and his cult of students, and you guys got to have a tournament to determine who's the best. And of course, all sorts of shenanigans transpire throughout this tournament. You getting poisoned, one of them. But yeah, no, I absolutely love that scene. I was so happy when I was playing that one.
It's the best of the 3, and God, had we not watched Enter the Dragon last month, I would not have. So I am grateful that because of you, I got those. I was like, I get this. Because it's like the style. Yeah. It's everything. It's Enter the Dragon.
I really, they had the old 70s filter and then like the opening credits of the movie. I loved it, yes.
My only complaint with it was that mission where you had to throw the people into the gears. I kept failing
yes,
that.
That was different. That was very difficult. Yeah.
Okay, good. It wasn't just me.
No.
I do
because you also had to throw the main guys. Because there's 4 main guys you're supposed to kill, and 2 of them are grapplers, 2 of them are not, and you have to throw at least one of them because there's only you got to go quick and get one of them in before the other 2 random guys show up, and then you can throw 1 or 2 of them in. But yeah, you got to be fast, or you do not have enough time.
Yeah, because the walls will just close in on you. And oops.
Yeah, I didn't like that. I was like, man, give me at least another couple seconds. Like, this is not enough time to do this. But
I mean, so we get we got that one, which is the most isolated of the bunch because it doesn't take place on the mainland at all. Which it's cool that they made up like a whole new like area for that. I do appreciate that quite a bit.
I did too.
And you can go back to it even after you beat it, which is pretty cool as well.
There's a collectible there.
Oh yes, there is.
Yeah, I got a couple. I'm almost like I am not looking for these.
Oh yeah, they have their own version of the Health Shrine.
Mm-hmm.
What did they do? I don't remember.
Once you
statues gave you a better kick.
You unlock all of them, you get a costume and an ability. That DLC has like a special ability that you can only use during it.
Oh, okay. That was cool then. All right. That's cool.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, you can do the Zodiac tournament, I think, almost at any point. I purposely left it, but it's there.
If you try to do it before you beat the game, it will give you like a warning, like, you sure you want to do this right now? You may want to advance a little more.
Oh, okay.
I got that warning even though I beat the game. So I don't know what's up with that.
Weird.
Yeah.
Huh. I wonder why I did that. Maybe it did it for... I don't think it did it for me. I don't remember, but I just went and did it. And then you have 2 other DLC. I forget how much this was a thing at the time, and I kind of miss it. Nightmare in the North, which is, let's take our open world game and make it a whole...
Oh, yeah. Red Dead started that, and Red Dead did... Red Dead did that, and then everyone did it.
Undead Nightmare is pretty good. Also, there's an episode on this podcast about Undead Nightmare.
I'm assuming this is a lot smaller than Undead Nightmare because that's like
Undead Nightmare is like a full game almost.
Yeah.
This was not.
Yeah, when you can still advertise, it has Undead Nightmare as well in the box. Yeah, I imagine it's its own game.
Yeah, it's very good. I mean, this was like an hour DLC. I did laugh though because you fight not grasshopper, but they're hopping zombies. And if you ever play Sly 3, there are hopping Chinese zombies in Sly 3 also. So I was like, oh, this is a thing.
Yes, I think I've seen Spirited Killer, and I believe that has. Or one of the Spirited Killer movies.
It was a weird coincidence that I was like, oh, it made me think about Sly 3 again, which does not happen often after I played it and beat it and don't want to think about it again. So,
yeah, the hopping zombies are definitely like Asian cinema kind of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it was okay. Your whole thing is you're going after a gangster named Smiley Cat who kidnapped your girlfriend, Not Ping, which I'm like, I don't care about Not Ping.
I guess she's the canonical girlfriend then, huh?
Yeah.
I guess. I'd rather had it been Amanda. I would have been more interested.
Yeah.
Does this take place after the main events of the game?
Yes.
Okay.
People know a cop.
Okay, that's what I was just curious about.
I think it took place after that. I'm pretty sure
both
of them are
technically working with the triads in this mission.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember. I feel like they make a comment that they know you're a cop.
I feel like it's a little more ambiguous than the other one is.
Oh, the other one is 100% like the end.
After
like,
the game.
Yeah, post game. Snake. It's okay.
Which is my favorite personally. I love New Year's themed things. I don't know. Like one of my favorite movies is Strange Days, and I love that movie for its depiction of like the turn of the millennium. There's something about it that just really, I don't know, just piques my interest a lot. Just feels really cool.
Never heard of it.
It's good. You should put it on the show, honestly.
Okay. Never know. I do a lot of stuff. I try to do a lot of more like, I was going to say I try to do more popular movies, but then again, look what I just recorded yesterday. So, hey.
I mean, Strange Days is directed by Catherine Bigelow. She's a big deal.
Okay. And for those wondering, we recorded the 1978 Lord of the Rings yesterday. You will hear at some point later this month, unfortunately.
Yeah, but this one, he's a cop again, like for real. And like, he has a taser.
Oh, I love the taser.
The taser was great.
So good.
Yes.
Didn't you guys just hold it down and just watch the guy just fry for a while?
Yes. I was hoping he would do this.
Filter.
That's what I was just about to say. Yeah, where they burst into flames. I love that.
Yes. You know, I think about that game every so often, or that series.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I'm gonna say
I don't know if I'll regret that decision if I decide to put it on the show. I feel like I might regret it.
I would say do the PSP ones because those hold up really well. But yeah, those old PlayStation ones, they're a little rough to go back to.
I would be down to do them.
It's just the only reason I think about them because back when I was a kid, my friend had the first one. He played it, and I remember us struggling with it. And sometimes games like that stick with me to where I'm always like, I want to go back as an adult and conquer the game that I couldn't as a kid.
Yes.
Also cheat with save states, but I want to, so that's why it's always been on my mind, but I don't know. There's so many series that I haven't even touched that I want to or barely have touched, so we'll see.
I think those ones could be really interesting. I feel like they're very unsung.
They are. And again, this podcast, I constantly do things that are not the high number things.
Yeah, we'll talk about Chaos Legion eventually.
Yes, we will.
Yep.
I gotta play that still.
So do I. Yep.
Oh, is this is our Chaos Legion crew?
Yes, and Julian. I have a thing for Pew action.
Yes.
Just do.
A lot of them are very fun.
And some of them are very bad. Yeah, You're the Snake was
Are
I
you
mean cool
better?
because you fight cultists. I mean, I thought that was nice.
Yes.
Everybody's all in these jumpsuits and you're trying to stop bombs, and it had a nice flair to it. And seeing him as a cop was kind of cool because I'm like, can he really be a cop after working for the Tri-Heads in the same city? Like, but hey, that's neither here nor there. But
I like how it made
like
punishment. I was going to say, I like the story plot. Like his punishment for all the stuff that he did is like, you are now a parking meter cop. Go.
Yeah.
I mean, that I feel like is a realistic thing, though, for cops. Like, I mean, not if you commit, that much murder, but I mean, like, in general, like, that is a thing they do to people. I really do believe that.
Oh, no, it is, yeah.
Okay. I don't know any cops, or I've never been. I wanted to be a cop. Like, when I was younger, I wanted to be a cop and a detective. I mean, there are parts of me like, I'd be a decent detective, I think, but I don't have a degree, and you have to have a degree in this state. So I can't even bother. Plus, I'm not in the shape to pass the physical test, I'm pretty sure.
I think being a detective sounds fun on its own, but then you put the police part into it, and it just loses all appeal for me. Like when I play detective games and police games, I kind of isolate that in a world where it's either dealing with corruption or it's not as bad as it is in the real world.
Fair. It was just one of those things I remember thinking about. I mean, now my goal is just stay in sales the rest of my career because I like sales. And I like talking. I mean, hell, if someone wants to offer me a job as a DJ on the radio station and pay me good and I get my own morning show, I wouldn't say no. But I'm 99.99999% sure nobody's going to ask me that. But hey, other than that, yeah. Yeah, I mean, hey, I have enough time in front of a microphone. I know how to do it. And I have enough time talking. I want to do that too. Hey, if you want to test, I got 1,000 hours for you. Okay. But no, Your Snake was fine. Replaying this game really did bum me that there's no sequel. Like so many people.
But there is a movie coming out.
Wait, is that actually still happening?
It got canceled originally, and then I forget the actor who plays Shang-Chi, but apparently he's brought it back because he's gonna produce and star in it. There
is a Sleeping Dogs film in 2024, but it is an American-Australian crime thriller. I'm pretty sure has I'm for sure has nothing to do with this game, but
probably not.
It does not. It's based on a book. The Book of Mirrors, and it stars Russell Crowe.
Okay.
But, I mean, I can't see them making a movie for this, though. I mean the guy that played Shang-Chi could do it for sure, but I can't.
Does that mean we're getting a new game then? It's just a weird property for Square Enix to pull out.
If it actually came out, I mean, that's the whole thing. Like, will it even actually release? But yeah, why would you make a movie for a dead franchise? But
to see if there's still life in it.
I will believe it when I see a trailer.
Yeah, a movie is probably
and have a release date.
I don't know. It's a way to appeal to a different audience because maybe the game didn't work as a game, but if it worked as a movie, even better.
I guess the quote was first a movie, then a sequel game for everyone. That's always been the dream.
Interesting.
Huh.
You have to make up a new developer, I guess, to do it or something.
Yeah, but I just can't see it actually. I mean, hey, if they can make it happen, I'll go see it. But
if Shenmue 3 can happen, anything is possible.
Did Shenmue 3 wrap up that story?
Oh, God, no.
No. God, no.
I'm just curious. Because we're never getting a Shenmue 4.
Unfortunately, no. Probably not. Unless he figures it out.
There's a part of me that wants to play Shenmue 1 still on this podcast someday. There's a part of me.
Should. It's a great game.
Should, yeah, I agree. It would be a fun one.
Shenmue 2 is one of the best games of all time.
So we shall have them on Steam. So that's why I'm like, every so often. But who knows?
I will gladly play through them again and defend them.
I have Shenmue 3 also, by the way.
I've not played it, actually, but I backed it originally. I need to play that.
I buy so much shit on Steam. I have I just kind of buy stuff and then I'm like, hey, I'll get to this someday, right? And then
yes, that's how it
happens. I mean, hey, I've told people like, hey, look through my game library on Steam, and if we own something of the same that you want to play, let's make an episode. Like I just buy. Like yesterday, I bought GI Wrath of Cobra in a bundle for like $2. So
hell yeah,
I was like, okay, it's a beat 'em up. Okay, sometimes that's all you need. I do like beat 'em ups based on 80s properties.
Sometimes it just takes going, oh yeah, I do own insert game here. I'll jump on that episode.
Hey, yeah. I mean, like for example, I got Joe to play Sleeping Dogs.
Hey.
I gave you news to play. Get it out of your backlog finally.
Exactly. I appreciate that.
All right. Any last things we have to say as we go to questions, comments, memories? I got a couple. Not a lot. I didn't post a lot, but I got a couple.
It's a game that really sticks with you, and really stands out.
That is for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. It just has a lot of staying power. And I wish
really
more
is.
games now had that kind of ability.
I just want to say I like the setting being in Hong Kong because I'm drawing a blank of any other open world game set in Hong Kong at this, even almost over 10 years later. So I don't know, just it adds to the character of the game overall, just because it's so different from what we do. Even like minor things like you have to drive on the other side of the road. I know we didn't touch on that. Yeah, that messed with me at first too. Yeah, but it's like that the attention to detail it adds to the world. I really like that. So yeah, this is definitely it's just a very.
It is not the only open world game set in. There are 4 technically: Sleeping Dogs, Destroy All Humans, Path of the Furon, apparently. Shenmue 2.
Yeah,
Right.
oh yeah. Well,
I mean, it came up on my list. Is the AI right? Who knows? But this is thanks to AI. And Test Drive Unlimited, Solar Crown, an online racing video game. Apparently, that's something came up too on this list.
Discard that one, but
video games set in Hong Kong. There's a whole bunch, actually. But
just be able to explore it like this.
Yeah, they're not. Metal Slug 2 came up.
Yeah.
I don't think that's true.
The only game I could think of that's similar in tone to this, while not being in Hong Kong, is GTA Triad Wars, ironically enough.
Oh, the DS game.
Yeah, that's actually a really good game.
I've always wanted to play it. I never got around. You see, there's too many games. Like I play now. I mean, I do 52 games for the main show this year. I'm probably doing like 40 something. So this year alone, I bet. Well, I'm going for 100 games this year. So
hell yeah, brother.
I'm getting there. I'm on track still. Surprisingly, I'm 7 months done and I'm still on track. So I'll take that.
I will say for this game, there's something about the way it depicts Hong Kong and makes it exciting, vibrant, and interesting. That like I played Watch Dogs earlier this year, and I live in Chicago, and that game is set in Chicago, and it doesn't feel the same. You know what I mean? It doesn't have that staying power in the same way, even though I live here.
I want to replay it. That's a game I think about a lot.
There's just something about, I think there's like a certain love and care, and also like not trying too hard to like cram a bunch of shit in there where it doesn't need to be. Because they cram a lot of like different kind of like environments in the Watch Dogs where it's like, okay, you didn't need to do all this. There are no mountains in Chicago. Come on. But yeah, I really appreciate how this game makes the setting stand out.
That is for sure. All right, we'll go to questions, comments, and memories. And first, from the I Watched the Entire Overload Super Replay group, from Kenny Butcher. I'll never forgive them for what they did to my boy Jackie. I think that was the first time a video game actually like gave me an emotional reaction to a character. All right, that's fair. I mean, yeah, you spent a lot of time with him. And from Andrew Lockhart, Goated Game. From Quentin Crow, low-key 10 out of 10 game, especially with the DLC pack. I reinstalled it on my PC last year and played all the way through, something I rarely done with an open world game. Same.
Yeah.
From R. Phillip, I'm like, you could use a pork bun. Did like that. When the random vendors would just yell at you when you drive by. That was a nice touch. I like buying food to heal you. Or not heal you, but give you buffs.
All the tea I drank in that game.
The Dragon Kick soda that makes you kick everybody harder. That was nice.
Yeah.
From Nick Fern, shocked this hasn't been remastered. I love this game. I mean, sort of, but not really. It got re-released. I wouldn't. Yeah, not really. Well, is that remastered?
Edition.
Yeah, it's not really a remaster.
Yeah. I mean, it's what I bought and comes out of DLC, and it goes on sale all the time, so that works. From Casey Hecox, next to Saints Row, which after 3 I consider a different thing entirely. Sleeping Dogs is probably the best non-GTA game. Super underrated when it 100%. Yes. From Ricky Hannigan. Such an awesome game. Even if there's some obvious, painfully abandoned parts like the whole dating stuff, not having weapons and then having hand-to-hand people made for an awesome gameplay and the environmental combos you could pull on people, like shoving them under a shop stall and then slamming the metal shutter down on them was just too much fun. That was a good one. Cars were fun to drive around in as well, and being able to hop onto them to hijack, fight the occupants was hilarious, and I especially loved the story. Didn't expect the big swing of the wedding, and the story was amazing all the way through. Plus, it had Rico Rodriguez's outfit from Just Cause, which lets you attach to cars from further away.
Yeah,
cool.
That was fun.
Yeah. Cool. That's another series I have never touched. I own all 3 on probably 3 different systems, but I've never played that series at all. Maybe one day I should. Too many games. From Emmett Malcolm, true crime and or Sleeping Dogs is always my answer to the what game should get a sequel question. 3 interesting, unique games with so much potential for new entries. Yeah, I'm curious about playing the true crime game, but I don't know if that will ever happen. But I'm curious. Also, another strange game that I've been really curious about playing. I really want to try those someday for PS2.
Ooh.
I want to try those as well.
So, maybe I'll give you an excuse next year. I don't think they're that long either, so that's why I think about them.
I mean, they were experimental Sony action games. I doubt they were super, super long.
They're very cinematic, though.
I mean, that sometimes is all I need. 8 hours and 12 and a half hours.
Doable.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Because how long to beat normally for me is like cut off like 2 or 3 hours from that time on average. So.
Oh, is this the guy that made LA Noire? Is this where he comes from?
I have no idea.
I think it is.
Do you want to play LA Noire?
Oh, and LA Noire is so cool.
That's a good game. Also been suggested for the show a few times. Nate wants me to play it.
The maker of it is kind of a not great guy, but
no, I mean that's a game that sucked a lot of money out of people. I know. I wanted that game even as profitable by now, even now after all the years.
Well, they made it like a VR version, so I hope
it doesn't mean it was profitable. Still, the game sucks so much money. So, and then a few more from Curtis G. Willard. I have a playthrough of the remaster on PS4 going right now. Love that game. So sad we never got a sequel. Carl Martinez, solid hand-to-hand fighting system and skill tree, and I love a game with good fashion. Oh yeah, the skill tree is also really good in this game. We haven't mentioned it at all. I forgot about it.
They're like multiple skill trees.
Yeah, you have the police, you have the triad, you have the face one, which is based on you doing just missions in general, like the side missions. And then you also have the martial art tree from getting the statues.
Yes.
No, that's nice. I mean, a lot of, and for love sleeping, I double dipped on a PS4 definition, which I recall was my first intentional import UK copy. The game itself really does hit on all fronts for me as someone who grew up watching Kung Fu movies, and for a GTA clone origin, I think it sets itself apart well enough. OG PS3 release was before GTA 5, and I'll say the vehicle controls felt so much better, in my opinion, that GTA 5 was honestly disappointing to drive in by comparison. If I had any gripe, it might be the lack of luster soundtrack for one of these, but that's fun. A station I didn't understand instead. Honestly, it's a shame we never got that sequel, but honestly, maybe it's better that way. And from the Easter Time community, from Nick Crowley, great game. I wish we got a sequel. Same. From Dan Strothman, Dogs is the hard-boiled game I've always wanted. Compelling plot with undercover cops, Hong Kong organized crime, Batman-style hand-to-hand combat, Max Payne shooting, and pursuit force drive mechanics. The moment-to-moment gameplay in Sleeping Dogs is with any GTA. Definitely needs a sequel. I forgot we didn't mention how when you have a gun and you jump over something, it goes in slow-mo for shooting.
Yeah, Max Payne 3 style.
Which is necessary for this game.
Yeah.
Then from Joseph's Story, it's such a good fucking game. I loved it. I really wish it got a sequel. Seems to be going around here. And last one from Billy A. Hey, sexy man, you want new clothes? The vendors are great in this game, too. All right. And we should give away a Steam code. I do have a few more still to give. I always have Steam code to give away. Who am I kidding? And let's see. The next one you guys get is Oddworld Stranger's Wrath. Really good fucking game. So this is your Steam code. J47WHEBR659B. That is your Steam code for Oddworld Stranger's Wrath. All right, let's go to Shelf Stacker Box. And Joe, why don't you lead us in?
Yeah, I am definitely going to put this on the shelf. I had an absolute blast with this game. Like I'm a big Hong Kong movie guy, so just getting all the references, seeing the love for that genre, then also just seeing how they built the world, the combat, the story. I think the story is way better than anything GTA has done, at least recent. And I can't now recommend this game enough. So yeah, definitely pick it up. It's fairly cheap all the time.
Oh yeah, it's on sale all the time too. And Dominic.
Oh, it's going on the shelf. This is a standout of the PS3 360 generation for me. I love the behind the scenes kind of like development of it. It's just like a really sterling example of like what was going on at the time. Just like the way that games, I feel like especially right around this time, were really good at like sticking to you and making you remember them.
All right, I'll go last. I'm putting this also on the shelf. I had a great time. This game was still so much fun to play, and I'm happy that I was still able to enjoy it as much as I did the last time I played it years ago. Like, it was just a blast. And it made me remember, oh yeah, I really do like some open world games, which I don't always feel that. I know I just did Red Dead 2 not that long ago, and I was like, I don't want to do anything in this game. And here in Sleeping Dogs, I want to do as much content as I could. So that was nice. So I guess that's everything. I should introduce what we're talking about next week. Next week, you can hear us talk about Star Wars Jedi. Is it Survivor? Yeah, Survivor. I couldn't remember which one is which.
Fallen Over was the last game.
Yes. So that is our next week's episode. So stay tuned for that. And Dominic, and we should go to plugs. Dominic, where can people find you at?
I can find me on This in Ways podcast on YouTube. I am in the Overload Facebook group. And coming up this year, you can find me on this show quite a bit.
Yes.
I should tell you, Mike, I just picked up The Evil Within.
Okay. Is that a hint to something else?
That's a really good game. Sequel is one of my favorites.
Well, I think you're playing it this year, so
I am, yes.
Maybe you may rope me in.
So if you enjoyed this episode, over 800 other episodes of this podcast, we do movies, TV shows, video games, all sorts of content. If you want to be a part of the show, we do have a Discord. Join our Discord. It's free. I'm always glad to get new people on where I can. So feel free to to talk to me on there, lurk, suggest things that I will someday get to. I'm trying. Made a huge effort this year and still doing it this year to make an effort to get more suggestions as part of the show that people want. If you want to support the show, we do have Patreon. A little darling vote in our Patreon polls, and then for $10, we'll promote your YouTube or podcast, whatever it is, every episode that I record that month. So, hey, we do have listeners, and you can see all that on Podbean because I don't hide my numbers. So you can actually see all that stuff is public. I want people to know. So just check that out. You want to give a shout out to my awesome intro and out Lena at Hell Hatchery. You can follow her on TikTok and Instagram. Also check out A Gamer Looked At 40 with Bill Tucker, and check out Absolutely the Best Podcast, Work in Progress. They talk about MC movies and MCU adjacent movies, and they're all caught up currently, or about to be. They're doing Fantastic Four, I think, very soon. So check out that show. And please follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, YouTube, audio only, rate and reviews, ever get your podcast. And I think that's everything I need to say. So we will see you guys all next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Later.